Okay students, today the chapter which we are going to discuss is Ionic Equilibrium. This is one of the most important chapters and little bit difficult also, right? This is a bit higher step of chemical equilibrium. So if you want to understand Ionic Equilibrium, you must have revised all the concepts of chemical equilibrium perfectly. Now, Ionic Equilibrium. The most important concept in Ionic Equilibrium is of pH. This is also called by some as power of hydrogen, and the term pH was given by a scientist known as Sorensen. He said that pH is equal to minus log of activity of H plus ions. Now, in case of dilute solutions, activity can be comfortably taken as equal to concentration of H plus ions. So, this formula under normal conditions changes as that pH equal to minus log of H plus ion concentration of a solution. And remember, once we are talking pH of a particular solution, then this H plus ion concentration has to be total H plus ion concentration solution present in the solution. So, better we write here itself minus log of H plus ion concentration total, right? We start with one small example here. Suppose you are given that find the pH of 10 to power minus 2 molar HCl solution. Now, we have to find the pH of 10 to power minus 2 molar HCl solution. Here what happens, HCl, because of being a strong electrolyte, dissociates completely to give H plus and Cl minus ions. So, we get here HCl giving you H plus and Cl minus ions. Now, if you have 10 to power minus 2 molar HCl, which is given here in the question, then this will dissociate completely to give you H plus ion and Cl minus ion. 1 mole of HCl gives you 1 mole of H plus, 1 mole of Cl minus. So, 10 to power minus 2 will give you 10 to power minus 2 molar H plus ion and 10 to power minus 2 molar Cl minus ion, right? Now, as per the given formula of pH, we substitute it here, and this becomes that pH equal to minus log of H plus ion concentration, which in this particular case will be 10 to power minus 2. So, we get it as equal to pH as 2. So, pH of a 10 to minus 2 molar HCl solution will be 2 here. See, this example looks very simple, and the case is actually this is simple also, but we can get complicated cases for this, like they may ask you that find pH of 10 to power minus 8 molar HCl solution. Now, the logical answer which the student gives usually immediately after checking this, that minus log of 10 to power minus 8, so it will become 8. But actually there is a pH scale which we get here, and if we say that that pH of HCl solution will be 8, then this becomes impossible. Why? Because if at 25 degrees Celsius pH is more than 7, the solution is said to be basic. HCl, because of being an acid, this is impossible that we can have a basic solution for an acid. So, we now will understand the equilibrium of pure water at 25 degrees Celsius first. After that, we will come back to this problem here, and then we are going to solve it. See, at 25 degrees Celsius, in fact, at any temperature, under any conditions, water is always in equilibrium. And the equilibrium is H2O in equilibrium with H plus ions plus OH minus ions. In certain cases, this can be shown as H3O plus also, because actually H plus ions exist in water as H3O plus only. So, anyway you can show the equilibrium. This is the equilibrium of water. Now, we write equilibrium constant for this, and equilibrium constant for this is given as Kw, which is known as ionic product of water. Now, this will become equal to concentration of H plus ions into concentration of OH minus ions. Remember one thing, we are not taking the concentration of water here, because at a particular temperature, concentration of water will remain constant. So, that constant already has been multiplied here. So, we are simply writing Kw, which is known as ionic product of water. Remember one thing, whatever type of solution we may be having, acidic, basic or neutral, this equation is always going to be valid. Now, at 25 degrees Celsius, remember only at 25 or 27 you can say, at 25 degrees Celsius, this value comes out to be equal to 10 to power minus 14. Remember only at 25 or 27. As you change the temperature, because the forward reaction is endothermic, the equilibrium constant changes because the dissociations change. If you increase temperature, the equilibrium is going to shift in forward direction. As the result, the concentrations are going to increase. And if concentrations increase, this value also is going to increase. Remember, this is negative power, so negative power is going to decrease. Okay, now, if at 25 degrees Celsius we have got pure water, then pure water, there is a condition when we call the water as pure water, and the condition is that for pure water, concentration of H plus ions should be equal to concentration of OH minus ions. This is also known as condition of neutrality, and we say that at this condition the solution will be neutral. In a solution at any temperature, if concentration of H plus ions is equal to OH minus ions, then the solution is said to be neutral. Now, if we talk about 25 degrees Celsius, then we will have it here that 10 to power minus 14 equal to concentration of H plus ion into OH minus ion. Now, as we are saying that at neutral water, for neutral water, concentration of H plus will be equal to OH minus. So, we get that concentration of H plus ions equal to square root of 10 to power minus 14. So, this becomes equal to 10 to power minus 7 moles per liter. Means at 25 degrees Celsius, for neutral water, concentration of H plus ions will be 10 to power minus 7 moles per liter. Vice versa is also true. Means if at 25 degrees Celsius for a certain solution, if H plus ion concentration is given as 10 to power minus 7 moles per liter, we can say that the solution is neutral. But remember again, this is valid only at room temperature, 25 to 27, 28, that range only you can take. Now, another condition which we will see here, in a solution, if concentration of H plus ions is greater than OH minus ion concentrations at any temperature, at any moment. Means if you talk about pure water or neutral water, then this has got to be greater than 10 to power minus 7, right? Because at neutral water, in neutral water, concentration of H plus ions was 10 to power minus 7 moles per liter. So, if in a solution, concentration of H plus ions is given as greater than OH minus concentrations, then the solution is said to be acidic. So, at 25 degrees Celsius again, concentration of H plus ions in the solution, if it is greater than 10 to minus 7, we say that the solution is acidic. Right. Now, similarly, if in a solution, concentration of H plus ions is less than OH minus, the solution is said to be basic. Like this. Now, again the case is at 25 degrees Celsius, obviously concentration of H plus ion in the solution should be lesser than 10 to power minus 7. Based upon this condition, this is condition for acidic solution, this is condition for basic solution, this is condition for neutral solution. Based upon this, at 25 degrees Celsius, a scale is given which is known as pH scale, and this pH scale starts from 0 and goes up to 14. In between we will have 7. Now, at 25 degrees Celsius means room temperature, if the pH range of the solution lies here, then the solution is said to be acidic. If it lies from here to here, if it lies from here to here, we say the solution will be basic. And if it is exactly 7, remember exactly 7, we say the solution is neutral. This is pH scale. Now come back to the original problem, previous problem, which we are talking about. pH of 10 to power minus 8 molar HCl solution. Now see what happens. If we say, we simply substitute the values in the Sorensen formula, pH equal to minus log H plus ion concentration, then This will become minus log of 10 to the power minus 8, which comes out to be 8. Pay attention here. This pH will fall in this region, which will mean the solution is basic. Obviously, HCl solution becoming basic, that's ridiculous, that's impossible. What happens now? See that case. Now see, what happens in those solutions which are highly diluted. Example, you can take 10 to minus 8 molar HCl solution. Otherwise, we can for basic solutions also 10 to minus 8 molar NaOH, 10 to minus 9 molar NaOH in those cases. Actually, in this type of cases, for example, one of them 10 to minus 8 molar HCl, we are picking up this example. This one is standard example here. In this case, concentration of H plus coming from dissociation of HCl. HCl dissociates completely, we assume this, although negligible amount remains undissociated, but comfortable approximation is taken that this dissociates completely, comfortably. If this is 10 to the power minus 8, then concentration of H plus coming from dissociation of H plus will be 10 to the minus 8 moles per liter. Similarly, Cl minus also will be 10 to the minus 8 moles per liter on dissociation. This is the case here. See the case now. Previously, when we discussed for 10 to the power minus 2 molar HCl solution, at that time concentration of H plus given by dissociation of HCl was 10 to the power minus 2 molar. If you remember, just some time back when I told the formula, we have written that pH is equal to minus log of total H plus ion concentration present in the solution. This was the formula I had given you in the beginning. See the case now. In case of concentrated solutions like 10 to minus 2 molar HCl solution, we substituted here minus log of 10 to the power minus 2. Remember one thing, there is one more system, there is one more compound which is giving H plus ions into the solution, and that one is water. The equilibrium water, just now we discussed. If you remember, water also dissociates to give you H plus ions. As we have discussed earlier, it gives H plus and OH minus ions. Now, what happens here, that these H plus ions which are created by HCl, they exert common ion effect on this water equilibrium, the result of which is this equilibrium goes in backward direction. Actually, common ion effect, this is called. Now, water under normal conditions would have given 10 to the power minus 7 moles of H plus ion and 10 to the minus 7 moles of OH minus ions if there was no other compound added, pure water we are talking about. Now, you added a common ion from HCl, this is H plus ion common ion. This Lee-Chudley principle we apply here. If you add product, equilibrium goes backward. We added H plus ion. This equilibrium starts shifting in backward direction. As a result, concentration of H plus ions decreases. It goes below 10 to the minus 7 moles per liter. Now, total H plus ion concentration here will mean H plus ion concentration coming by dissociation of the acid or acids, whatever the case may be, plus H plus ion concentration coming from water. Now, see one simple case. H plus concentration coming by dissociation of the acid is 10 to the power minus 2 moles per liter. We are talking about this case. Now, already this was 10 to the power minus 7. This is minus 2, this is minus 7. Huge difference is there. But the case is, in the presence of common ion, this further decreases. As the result, concentration of H plus coming from water can be neglected comfortably. This will be a valid approximation which is taken here. Because of this 10 to the minus 2 and this is 10 to the minus 9, obviously there is no sense in adding it up here. So we simply say this will be minus log of 10 to the power minus 2. This is approximated to minus log of 10 to the power minus 2. And we say pH becomes 2. Got it? But if you have 10 to the power minus 8 molar HCl solution, like this case, this particular case, see how the things change here. Now, H plus ion concentration coming from the dissociation of the acid has become 10 to the power minus 8. Right? While the concentration of H plus ion coming from water now you cannot neglect. Two reasons for that. Number one, Lee-Chudley principle. The more amount of the product you add, the more equilibrium will shift in backward direction. Means if we are adding more and more H plus ion from the acid, this will go more and more in backward direction. Getting it? Previously we have added 10 to minus 2 molar. Previously we have added 10 to minus 2 molar HCl. As the result, this equilibrium would have shifted a lot in backward direction. As the result, concentration of H plus ion would have decreased a lot. It would have gone of the order of -9, -10, maybe still less. But when you are adding only 10 to minus 8 moles, the equilibrium is not going to get affected much. Right? So here, in this case, concentration of H plus coming from water also cannot be neglected. What happens now? We assume due to this dissociation in backward direction, concentration of H plus became X moles per liter. This is X moles per liter coming from water only. 1 mole of water gives 1 mole of H plus, 1 mole of OH minus. So if this is X, this also must be X here. Now, this concentration of H plus coming by dissociation of HCl, because of this being a strong electrolyte, is going to be 10 minus 8 only. See the equation now. We substitute both the values in this equation, and this becomes equal to minus log of 10 to the power minus 8 plus X. Now our objective will be to find the value of X, so that once we substitute here, we will take minus log and we will get pH from here. Now comes into picture the Kw of water, which is ionic product of water, and at 25 degrees Celsius, as I told you, this is constant, always constant for any type of solution. This is 10 to the minus 14. Kw of water will be equal to concentration of H plus into concentration of OH minus. Right? We substitute the values. Concentration of H plus will be 10 to the power minus 8, which came from dissociation of HCl, plus X, which came from dissociation of water. Total H plus becomes 10 to the power minus 8 plus X, into concentration of hydroxyl ions, which is X. And this will be equal to 10 to the power minus 14. Right? Now, if you calculate the value of X from here, quadratic equation will be formed, which you will have to solve obviously. There is no escape from there. Solve this, and the value of X will come out nearby 10 to the power minus 8 only. As a result, the case becomes that here it cannot be neglected as compared to 10 to the power minus 8, like we neglected it in case of 10 to the power minus 2. Solve it. After that, substitute it here, and you will find that this value pH will come out slightly lesser than 7, means approximately 6.9 something. Alright, so the solution remains acidic, but obviously the dilution is very, very high, so the solution is not going to be strong enough. It will be just negligibly acidic. Actually in our mouth, the pH is much lower. Okay, so that is going to be still weaker acid only. Alright, this is how we find pH of strong acids or strong bases. I'll show you one example for a strong base also. The similar procedure will be followed, exactly similar process for strong bases also.